What is good, y'all? Welcome to Let's Cap. I'm your host, Ronald Kabang from Wagertalk. Looks like I'll be doing the show solo today. No Chris B capping. He's busy today, so probably gonna be a pretty quick show here. Just gonna go over the Lakers game four. We're gonna go look ahead to game four of the Celtics Heat. Probably gonna do some MLB trends to watch as well. And then I think that's pretty much it because there's no WNBA today. WNBA has been pretty good so far to start the season. Hopefully, we continue cashing there. In the NBA, man, I was on like a 10-1 run, and then all of a sudden can't catch a win in the last three games. So hopefully, we get back on track today. And then in the MLB, kind of going up and down as well, kind of like a roller coaster. Cluster of wins, cluster of losses. Hopefully, we get back on track there, coming off of a couple MLB wins. So maybe we get on a little streak here in the MLB. So with that said, let's get back into the NBA here. We got the Lakers and the Nuggets here. Let me get the banner up. There you go. And I'll share my screen. Where is it at? All right, so today we got the Nuggets and the Lakers. We got the line around 3. Looks like it's coming down to 3.5 from 2-3 from 3.5 in most books. Also, the total is coming down a little bit. Um, it's from 224.5 to 224. We see some 223.5s here. Let's go to Killer Sports and we just look at the series so far this season, this playoffs here. Obviously, the Lakers looking to avoid the sweep here. From my ATS perspective, 2-1 for the Lakers side. Sorry, let me get this screen all fixed up here. There you go. 2-1 on the spread. 2-1 to the over as well. For the most part, the overs are coming from the Nuggets side here. It seems like the Nuggets can pretty much get whatever they want from the offensive side of the ball here. Um, I do. I don't know if they announced the starting lineups yet, but I do expect some changes from the Lakers side. Hopefully, we see Rui in the starting lineup. We move D'Lo out. That might make a little bit of an impact there, especially to start the game because one way I was looking at it was actually towards the Lakers in the first quarter to come out with a sense of urgency. Same thing I did with the Celtics. Obviously, they didn't get done yesterday, but hopefully a LeBron-led team will probably be motivated to avoid the sweep here and try to get a win. I was on the triple double earlier with Matt, my co-host there. We talked about how like if anyone is going to have a chance to come back 3-0, it'll probably be a LeBron-led team. I mean, historically, probably one of the, or obviously one of the best players in the league. It just makes sense from a narrative perspective that if there's any chance that anyone comes back 3-0, it would probably be a LeBron-led team. I don't think that's going to happen. I think the Nuggets obviously move on. I think the Heat move on as well. But just looking from a game by game perspective, the Lakers should come out here. I mean, they should. Obviously, things can happen, but hopefully they take that first quarter there. They actually haven't taken a first quarter. They haven't won a first quarter yet in this series. So if they make changes, I think it's going to be for that sole reason of starting the game a little bit better off than they have in the previous games. Another thing that I expect is LeBron not to come out in the first quarter. I think he's gonna probably play the whole first quarter in my book in a must-win situation here. Typically, he comes out around like the 5-6 minute mark or whatever in the first quarter. I just don't expect that to happen here in a must-win situation. Like I said, I think one historical trend that I was looking at here. I'll bring this up. PO and O series wins equals 3. Sorry. 3 series wins equals 0 and home favorite. So in this situation, I mean, obviously from a record perspective, it doesn't seem too strong for anything, right? 7-6 straight up, 5-7-1 against the spread, 6-6-1 on the over under. But primarily that gap here in the first quarter is what I was looking at. 2.4 points. The first quarter line is only a point and a half. I think that if any chance that the Lakers win this game, they have to start out strong, and typically that's what happens here in these similar situations. So that's pretty much what I'm gonna go with. That's gonna be one of my plays for today. Is that Lakers first quarter here, minus 1.5, minus 1.5. I think that with the line moving the way it is, right down to -3. Also, the total coming down, you probably can get a better number if you want to wait and you think that the line continues to go in that direction. Um, if you wanna back me on that. So that's the way I'm going with that one. I do have a play on the total. It's actually one of my top plays for today, but that's over at Wagertalk. A lot of people actually bought it, so it just doesn't feel right to give that out for free on today. So for the most part, that's going to be another premium play. It really is that Lakers first quarter there. I'm gonna go to the chat and see what everyone else has on this game here. Um, 1 second. All right, so Mitch, shout out to Mitch here. Jokic 1.5 threes, 3-point made. MPJ over 4.5 first quarter points. Man, that's a good one there for 4.5 first quarter points. LBJ, haven't gotten there yet. Yeah, my co-host Matt on the triple double. He took I think it was a PRA if I'm not mistaken over. They're definitely gonna have to lean on LBJ, LeBron to be the leader today. For anything. Zachariah, Reeves, points and assists, or just assists. That makes a lot of sense to me. To me, the only way that the Lakers can win this game is if it goes over, because I just don't feel like they have the defense to limit the Nuggets at this point. Nuggets are really just they're just able to get whatever they want offensively. So the Lakers are really gonna have to be efficient on the offensive side of the ball for the most part. I don't see them stopping Murray or Jokic. So if they are going to win, they're going to have to do it on the offensive side of the ball. Not really sure what they can do from an adjustment standpoint to limit the Nuggets. So, anything else from you guys? Any questions on that? Other questions on that game here? The other thing too, we know the AD zigzag here from a prop perspective. He had a strong game in game 3. Are we looking at a letdown here on AD side? I just don't know. I don't know. He's gonna have the minutes. Obviously, everyone's been playing like 40 plus minutes from LeBron and AD, so he's gonna have the usage probably to get the over. It's a matter of if he gets it done or not. From a trend press, another trend angle. I think I had another trend here. 1 second. Let me look at my notes. No, I think that was it from a historic trend angle. It's just from a game plan perspective. I just feel like it's first quarter or nothing here for the Lakers, and if they take that first quarter, hopefully they take the full game as well. I just it's hard to see LeBron get swept here. I don't, it could definitely happen. Nuggets should get the win for the series. It's just this game 4 here that I'm trying to catch a win here. Nuggets points total over. That's actually one of the first ways that I was leaning was the Nuggets team total over. Like I said earlier, I just don't know if the Lakers have the defense or any type of adjustments that they can make to limit the Nuggets defensively. It would just so Nuggets team total over, strong lean there for sure. I can't talk you off of that one. Let's see here. Rui points. Yeah, man. One of the adjustments that I was thinking that they're gonna make today. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if they made the starting lineup announcement yet, but if Rui goes into the starting role, I could see him going over his points prop here. The other thing too, a lot of people has been talking about D'Lo, and if he moves down to the second unit as well, everyone was kind of looking towards his under. But I think a move to the second unit, if he gets his minutes still, might be actually good for him, because I just feel like he thrives when he has the ball in his hands. But in the starting lineup with AR there, with LeBron obviously dominating the ball, it's hard for him to get into a rhythm. And I think D'Lo, like I said, D'Lo thrives with the ball in his hands for the most part. And I think in the second unit he'll be able to get that opportunity. So I know a lot of people are on D'Lo's unders, but I would probably stay away from that. Um, from a personally, I would stay away from that. Um, all right. Any other comments here? I love the assist. Yeah, assist makes sense there as well. Not too much more on this one for me. So let me just move on to the Heat and the Celtics. There, and we go to the line here. It's gone from -2 to 1.5. So it's moving towards the Celtics direction. The total is going up from 214.5 to 216.5. Um, how about them Heat? Yeah, S. You've been on them pretty much the whole time here. You probably made hella money in this series. I took the Celtics first quarter yesterday. Obviously, that was terrible. Um, I thought they were gonna come out with a sense of urgency. That didn't happen, and then afterwards, you hear from Coach Missoula that he pretty much lost the locker room. The chemistry. I mean, you can pretty much see it too as well during the game, dude. They looked defeated. There was no chemistry on the court. This team is in shambles. I feel like if they lose, if they get swept here, they're probably gonna make some changes this offseason. I don't know what's gonna happen, but for the most part, I can only look towards the Heat here and possibly actually to the over as well. So I agree with the line movement. And one thing I looked at historically here, similar situation, right? A 3-0, but if the seed is less than O seed, let me do it the other way around actually, because I think it's easier to understand. So if we go series wins equals 3, O series wins equals 0, and there you go. So 9-3 straight up, 8-4 against the spread, 8-3-1 to the over. This was my initial look for this game 4 here. To me, it seems like it's going to be a sweep, not only just based off of this trend, like historical trends, but also based off of what we see on the court, right? What I just mentioned, just no chemistry on the court. Missoula obviously admitting to losing the locker room already. The Heat just really peaking at the right time here. Everything kind of points in the direction of the Heat going for the sweep here, and it aligns with this trend here that goes back to 2002. So, playoff series win equals 3, O series win equals 0. So 3-0 series score, and the lower seed is the one that's up 3-0. Right. So that's the situation the Heat are in. Um, I think it might end up being a blowout. If I'm being honest, I think it's going to be a blowout here. So from a prop perspective, in blowouts, you probably want to look at the under and some of the key guys here. Um, if you agree that it's going to be a blowout, I would say under on the props on some of the key guys. And one thing that Matt brought up on the triple double was some guys are blowout proof, and you kind of saw that with Gabe Vincent in the last game here. So maybe you look for those guys who are blowout proof and look for their overs if you want to take some props. Gabe Vincent obviously is a good one to look at because he runs with a starting unit, and if it's a blowout, he's still in the lineup, leading that second unit as well. Because obviously they're going to give Bam the rest. They're going to give Jimmy Butler the rest, Lowry the rest. So guys like Vincent, Strus, so those guys could possibly be lineup proof, whether or not it's a blowout here in Game 4. But in my perspective, I'm going to look towards the Heat in some way, probably the Heat on the spread or the team total over. Uh, Yeah, yep. Yeah, I saw the clip earlier after the Heat lost the series last year. Jimmy Butler said right in the post game interview of last season's series, he said we're gonna be here again next year, and they were gonna win. And dude, he backed it up, very convincing fashion as well. Um, so that's probably gonna be the way that I go. It's gonna either be the Heat or the Heat team total over. Obviously, this points in the direction of the over as well, but we do see a couple of OTs here that kind of push for the over. So um, that would be my take there for game 4 of the Celtics and the Heat. Any comments here? Jalen Brown to the Heat. I don't know if he's going to do that. Um, Brad Stevens vibes. Yeah, I got you. Brown to the Knicks. I have a feeling Brown's going to go west. For some reason, I feel like Brown is going to go west. That's just my thought. All right, that's it for the NBA for me. I do have some MLB trends to watch, and also I'll talk about an MLB play as well. Let's go there. So first one, I'll do the MLB trends to watch. First trend to look at here for today is, let me bring up my notes. All right, we got Detroit. So season greater than or equal to 2022, and team equals. All right, so this one's a starter specific one. Michael Lorenzen as a road dog. He's 0-9 straight up, 2-7 on the run line, 5-3-1 to the over. Obviously, he did play last season with the Angels. This is not a situation that he thrives in. Look at that big margin here of how much he gives up, 5.56 for the full game. Starter runs allowed 3.67. So this could be a situation where you could maybe look at the first 5 or just back the Royals here on the full game if you want to do that. The line is not too it's not that high. So at plus 100 you're looking at let me see what the Royals are. Minus what between minus 115, minus 110, minus 108 around there. So it's not that expensive to back if you like that trend. Another one to look at here is on the Phillies game. So if we look at this season equals Phillies and so we have the Phillies here as favorites, and they're facing a starting left-handed pitcher, 4-4 straight up. But this is where you see a nice trend here, 1-7 on the run line. Also 6-1-1 to the under. So it would back the under or the D-backs on the run line. At 225, is that right? 225. You probably get plus money on the run line if you want to back the D-backs there. Plus, yeah. And it's moved a lot towards Philly. So you're just getting extra value there if you want to back the Diamondbacks. My regression model does back the D-backs here on the run line as well. So that's something else to take into account. All right, so next one here, I got 2 more trends to follow. We have the Diamondbacks here. All right, so team equals Diamondbacks, and we'll go AD. All right, so as road dogs, 9-6 straight up, 11-4 on the run line, 9-6 to the over. But if you add that they're going against a starting right-handed pitcher, 7-1 straight up, 7-1 on the run line. So that backs the run line not only there, but also what we saw with the Phillies there. So there's a good amount of support on the D-backs here if you guys want to take that at that price. All right, so one more to look at. Pretty much, it's fitting the worst team in the league, probably. 10-38 on the season, the A's, and then we go and we say that they're the dog. And starting pitcher. So as dogs against starting right-handed pitchers, 6-26 straight up. That's here against the Mariners and Castillo. Obviously, this is a big line here, but you can see this cluster of unders. I just don't feel. I feel like that the A's probably stay under their team total, or you get to probably look at towards the run line as well for the Mariners to get back on track offensively, or from that point, you can see the average here. 3.53 runs, 6.25 for their opponent. You could also look towards the first five if you want to look in that direction, because you're seeing that they're typically losing by a point, 1.6 on the starters, the starter difference. So if we're expecting both starters to reach that 5 inning mark or whatever it might be, you could probably look towards the first five. So let's just pull up that starter actually. 2-6 straight up, 3-5 on the run line, 5-2-1 in that spot for Kyle Muller. Nothing too crazy. So definitely the opposite of the under what we saw in that previous trend. So I'll probably stay away from that. But I can't talk anyone off of taking the Mariners by margin there. All right, so that's the MLB trends to watch. No WNBA today, but I think it's. Let me just double check. I'm pretty sure it's back tomorrow. And I could probably just give out some initial looks there. Let me take WNBA. Tomorrow's the 23rd. Yeah. So we got Connecticut and Washington here, Atlanta and Minnesota here. Initial thoughts, Zachariah. I know you're a WNBA guy, so if you want to add your thoughts as well, feel free. But it looks like my initial thought would be Washington. I like Washington at home. Probably another look towards the under. I can't go take overs on a Washington game for a while here. They're definitely the best defensive team in the league, and they got better in the offseason as well defensively. So I can't take any overs in this spot here. I would probably look towards Washington and the under. Atlanta versus Minnesota here. Jesus, that got steamed. I can I can only look towards Atlanta. I do think that they've gotten better over the offseason continuity, and also through the roster just has gotten better a little bit in my opinion. I think they were a really good defensive team last year. I think their offense has improved. Obviously, Ryan Howard is one of the better offensive scorers in the WNBA. Share status. And so I expect their offense to improve here. Lynx, I'm not too sure what I think about them right now. I do think that they took a step down from last season, but it's already steamed a lot here. If I saw this at a 6, I probably would have taken the Dream as well. But I'm probably gonna stay away from that one just because the line's gotten away from me. But I think for the most part, this Washington move that's come up to -5 here on Bet Online, -4.5. I agree with that line movement, and I think they have the chance to win by even more than that, in my opinion. Also, the total I feel like is moving in the wrong direction. So I would say initial thoughts, Washington and the under, and I'll probably stay away from this Atlanta versus Minnesota game here. Those are my thoughts on the WNBA. I think that's it, guys. So talked about the NBA, talked about some MLB trends to watch, and that is the WNBA there. Zachariah, lean Washington. Haven't looked at Dream Game. Probably take Ryan. Yeah, Ryan PRA overs probably again is what you're looking at. Definitely makes sense there. The usage is definitely going to be there, especially if they want to get on track on the winning side here. All right, so that's it, guys. I'll drop that. I'll just go to the top looks here for today, and I'll say the first quarter, Lakers -1.5. Um, Hopefully they get the win. I think they hopefully they get the win. Hopefully it's not a sweep. I do think that they're gonna make some adjustments in that first quarter. They haven't won the first quarter yet in this series, and I think the adjustments they make today, hopefully they make adjustments today, should benefit that first quarter. I think they have to come out with a sense of urgency here and not get swept. I think a LeBron led team, they probably will have a lot of pride to fight for here. They should get motivated to come out strong, and they know that winning that first quarter is going to be crucial to them winning the full game. Um, and from an MLB perspective, I didn't get to break it down, but I'll drop one of my premium plays. It is Boston, the Boston Red Sox to get the win there. I got them at plus money yesterday. I think it's moved towards Boston, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just double check. Boston, it's pretty. So I got it at plus 105 yesterday. It's still around that number. So I think I mean that's the way that I'm looking from that perspective. I think the Boston's offense is gonna come to play. So that's why the total is where it's at 9.5. I think it's gonna be a higher scoring game. And I think Boston's gonna take advantage of Barria there. So I took that. That's gonna be my free premium play that I dropped. And from WNBA, like I said, leaning towards Washington and the under, and that's going to be tomorrow. With that said, guys, maybe we'll have a show on Wednesday. I'm not really sure, but the NBA is winding down. If we see some sweeps, we're not going to see any NBA for a while, and so we're going to have to talk about MLB and the WNBA. And I'm happy that some guys are interested in the WNBA. So maybe we'll get into that a little bit more throughout the season because so far it's been pretty good, so profitable so far in the WNBA. Hopefully we can continue going in that direction. With that said, I'll see you guys on Wednesday, same time, same channel here. Till then, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. And that's pretty much it, guys. If you guys like what you hear, like what you see, make sure you share the channel, hit the like, retweet, whatever it might be. And also, whether you fade me or follow me, it's on you guys to make that call. Good luck with our reaction. Till next time, peace.